Every time I make a Captain America Brave New World video, there will be someone in the comments, without a doubt, who says, let's just wait until the movie actually comes out before we pass judgment on it. For some reason, people are now under the impression that you can't judge a movie based solely on the trailer, even though that is what a trailer is designed to do. Well, if the rumors are correct, there are some people who have seen Captain America Brave New World, and those people say that it sucks. So my question is, how will the apologists dismiss those people's opinions? Let's discuss.
Our content sucks. Our content sucks.
I watch so you don't have to.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I want everyone to understand something, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. When I say something on this channel, just know that that point was well thought out, and I'm not just saying something to get a rise out of people. I'm simply reacting honestly to the information that is at my disposal. When there's smoke, there's fire, and when there's red flags popping up everywhere, it's best not to ignore them.
That makes sense.
Now, I understand that there are some people, fans, who desperately want this movie to be good because it will give them something to be excited about. And I understand that. They are simply doing what a fan is supposed to do. Be hopeful. They just need to understand that not everyone is going to feel the same way. Some of us are no longer satisfied with the bare minimum. Some of us are looking for Marvel to do something to wow us again. Marvel Studios needs to do something to earn back the audience's trust, because right now, they don't have it. And I'm sorry if this offends some people, but a mediocre trailer at best is not going to be the thing to do that.
Absolutely f***ing not.
The overall reception to Captain America 4 so far has been ice cold. Lukewarm, if we're being generous. And that's simply because audiences have finally begun to see through Marvel Studios' bull. The same gimmicks that hooked people in the past are not going to have the same impact anymore. We are in a completely different cinematic climate where people have no issue saving their money if they feel like a movie they could potentially see is not worth experiencing. Marvel Studios no longer has the benefit of a built-in fan base that feels obligated to watch everything they produce. They now have to do something different and put in the extra work to make themselves stand out. And given their recent track record, I just don't think that they're capable of that.
Game over, man. It's game over. What the are we gonna do now?
I don't know who needs to hear this, but reactionary filmmaking is the worst kind of filmmaking. And reactionary filmmaking is simply filmmaking by committee. No vision, minimal planning, and simply throwing against the wall and seeing what sticks. Can anyone really sit here and tell me that setting release dates before you even have a finished script is the most effective way to make movies? It's gotten so bad that James Gunn, of all people, is taking subtle shots at Marvel's filmmaking process. Recently saying, quote, his new DCU won't exactly be like Marvel because nothing is greenlit before we have a finished script. And I think that quote is very telling, because he understands the interworkings of Marvel. He's one of them. When you don't have a solid foundation to build from, that's how you end up with movies like Captain America Brave New World.
It's true.
Where you are basically reacting, changing things on the fly, and desperately trying to piece together something that resembles a coherent movie. According to sources, Captain America Brave New World is currently being changed, again, due to yet another negative test screening. It's unclear if this will include another batch of reshoots or simply just a re-editing. Now, for those of you who are unaware, this is not the first time that this movie has experienced a bad test screening. This is also not the first time that this movie will be altered post-principal production, whether that be reshoots or re-edits. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Test screenings have always been a thing. It's part of the process, and it's not a big deal. But I assure you that no studio in the history of film has utilized test screenings in this way like Marvel Studios. It's actually become the most crucial part of their filmmaking process, and whether people want to admit it or not, that's not a good thing.
No, don't like that.
Ask yourself why they can't consistently get these movies right the first time, or even the second time, or even the third time. Ask yourself why they are having a hard time pleasing a test screening audience that they basically handpicked to be there. Do you want the short answer as to why this is happening? Basically, Marvel Studios has no idea what audiences want anymore. I think the very existence of this movie proves that, because nobody asked for a Captain America 4 without Steve Rogers. Not even the Marvel fanboys responding to this report can deny that there is a problem here. Some of the comments include, quote, "Oh boy, just bring back Chris Evans, I guess." Or, "How many changes has this gone through? Just dump it on Disney Plus at this point." At this point, they'd probably make a profit out of it if they scrapped it for tax purposes. Now, I don't know the figures exactly, but it is entirely possible that this movie is going to have to make $1 billion just to break even. And I'm sorry, no matter what way you look at it, that is not a sustainable filmmaking process. Of course, there are some people who tried to spin this into a positive. Like this person who says, quote, "Quality comes first. It's better to address issues now than disappoint fans later, hoping the changes enhance the story and give us the Captain America film we deserve."
You serious?
I mean, have you ever heard a more delusional and brainwashed take in your life? Completely ignoring the issues because, again, they desperately want this film to succeed. But rather than hold the multi-billion-dollar company accountable for their creative incompetence, they make excuses, they move the goalpost, instead of asking themselves a very important question. Why does Marvel Studios need multiple opportunities to craft one story the correct way?
Y'all be cool. Nah.